Hi, Captain Mike here with you again. I've already done one video on what you can do with wine bottles, but I had a few other things that I've been doing with them lately, and I thought I would add another short video on that. So I'll try to be as quick as I can. But this is just some of the stuff, the wine bottles you can pick up at your local recycling center. It's where I get all of mine. And they come, I mean, there's black ones and light blue ones and light green ones and kind of an olive, you know, blue, even blue, every color that you can think of. I've covered that. And pick them all up, wash them all up, and get them all out of your way. Out of the county's way or city's way or whoever, and make stuff out of them. I'm going to show you right quick a couple of things that I do, and mainly using clear wine bottles. They work the best for this procedure, and that is, heck, before I get started on that, let me show you something else that you can do. These are called Redneck wind chimes, and a lot, if it's not paper, a lot of the lettering on wine or olive oil bottles, beer bottles, soda bottles will burn and stay on the glass. Just lay it down flat, burn it, and see, it'll either go away or it'll stay. And makes it kind of an interesting accent. Here's a Bud Light bottle. It didn't do quite as well, but it did stay. So that's good. That's what you can do with those. Other than that, you just flatten them. You know, just a plain old flat bottle, drill a hole in it, hang it up, and as I said, we call them Redneck wind chimes. Now, what we're going to do today, though, is we're going to take a clear bottle and we're going to add a little accent to it. And by that I mean we're going to put some colored frit inside. Now, the thing you have to be careful of or aware of is that with bottle glass, you've got to use, you can't use 90 or 96 COE frit. You're going to have to use either crushed bottle glass or find you some float glass frit somewhere. I had one company I got it from, but I think they've discontinued it. Look online, see if you can come up with somebody who sells colored float glass frit, and it'll work for this, I'm pretty sure. And what you're going to end up with is something like this. All the frit in it. And same thing, you hang it if you want to. You could probably make a platter out of it, or what, you know, whatever. Use your imagination. I won't be telling you what to do there. It's just flatten them. Once you get them flat, go for it. Now, what I do is I'll take me a clean bottle, and the first thing that I will do is I will take a little bit of, you can use aloe, put it in a squirt bottle. It will work just as good as this Glass-tastic. I'm just using it because it has a squirt bottle on it. My aloe bottle does not. I squirt me a little bit of aloe down in it, and I try to kind of get the bottle where I can get it past the neck. Maybe put enough so that it drips past the neck and hits the bottle down there. Put a little bit more in there, won't hurt anything. I can always wash this one out. Let it kind of go all the way to the bottom. I know you can't see that, but let it go all the way, and then just kind of roll it around a little bit where you want it to be. And I messed up on this one because this one has an emblem right here, and I normally would have put the aloe here. But for the sake of this video, we're just going to do it right here. We're going to do it this way. So once you have that done, get you a funnel and get you some frit. This frit was made by crushing up old wine bottles, blue ones, white ones, a couple of different colors of blue ones, some blue beer bottles. And once you get them crushed up and sifted out through your sifters, a lot of videos telling you how to do that. I hadn't got around to it yet, but I will. Just get you a couple of spoonfuls of frit, it's as simple as this. Shake it around in there. Then kind of roll it around in all that stuff that you put. Get some up in the neck, you know, get it where it'll stay in the neck. And you have to kind of fool around with it a little bit and get it where you want it. It's a big gob there I don't want, but you could keep working with it until you get it where you want it. Once you get it that way, take it to your kiln and make sure your kiln has a kiln washed shelf, and I use kiln paper on top of that just to make sure this don't stick. Your mileage may vary. You know what your kiln will or will not do. Then I lay my bottle right on the kiln paper and I fire it. Now every once in a while this thing wants to roll, and when it does, I'll get me a clear, this one happens to be blue, but I'll get a little clear piece of frit. This also works if you're just going to flatten out a colored bottle. Get a colored piece of frit that matches your bottle, slide it up under there, and move your bottle around until it hits it and won't roll anymore. And it'll kind of melt into the bottom. And that'll keep your bottle where you want it, oriented with your either your emblem or your emblem and your frit. And, you know, fire it. I use a firing schedule. It's I won't bother to put it on the screen right here, but it'll be down in the connotations. The firing schedule that I use comes from Slumpy's, and you can go online to Slumpy's website and you can download it. And they'll download all kinds of firing schedules. The one I use is a deep slump, and it works great. It flattens the bottle out just perfect. And you know, and it doesn't seem to matter what size the bottle, the schedule seems to work on all of them. That was a beer bottle. This is just a big old Crown Royal bottle. It doesn't have anything in it, but the one I showed you did. This is just, I don't know what kind of a bottle this was. I thought it was interesting. It flattened out great. One other thing that you can do, you can get, let me go get one of them right quick. You can also get these at Slumpy's. But a lot of other people sell them, so you know, I'm just saying this is where I got them. You get them wherever you want to get them. You can get these neat little things right here, have different designs. This one happens to have a tree of life, and when you put the bottle in it, you can either do this before you slump it, like that, or you can do it after you slump it. Just lay the bottle in there. This is too small, but you just lay it in there like that, and it'll slump it, and it'll look like this. It'll have the little neck on it, the little piece right here. And then it'll have a design on the back. And this one you can hardly see, but it has a tree of life. Another alternative is to buy these. They're very inexpensive. And then you can take your bottle and you can place it just like that. And it'll automatically flatten it down and put your little neck lift on it. This lift is a little bit more extreme than this one. Just a matter of choice. But you could also take your already flattened bottles and do the same thing. You could flatten them wherever you want to push it up here. It may flatten the shoulder further back. Experiment with it however you want. Now, I only have one tip that I'm going to share with you on this video. And that is, I mentioned earlier about compatible glass. And by that I mean there's COE 90, 96, some others, bottle glass and float glass. You're going to be tempted to use your scrap dichroic and all this other stuff. These little rods and things I have scrap in the ends of that are all twisted up and kind of like, you know, candy. And you're going to say, wow, that's going to look good in there. And they do. But they crack. I have yet to do this successfully. If you put one of this, happens to be COE 90, in every single one I've done, and I keep trying, it will crack. I don't think you can see it. I'm moving around a little bit. Won't be able to tell till I edit this thing, but it cracks. There's a crack there, there's a crack there, crack there. Beautiful, but it cracks. So experiment, but expect that. Don't say, gee, Captain Mike told me I could use COE 90, because I'm telling you, you can't. I hope you prove me wrong. But that's pretty much it. Make these fancy pretty bottles, you know, with the necks on them and the tree of life on them and all that good stuff on them. There's just no end to what you can do with your wine bottles. I love working with free glass. And hey, they make great gifts. What can I say? Christmas is coming up here shortly. So get busy. Get you some wine bottles. Don't care how you get them. Just be careful. Don't drink and drive. But go ahead and start the project. And let me know what you think. If you have any suggestions, if you have any comments, leave them below. And be adult, I will too. We'll learn from each other, because this is a great big journey I'm on. You know, I hope to make it easier on some of y'all. Okay, that's it. I'm Captain Mike. I'm out of here.